Hello and welcome to the Rugby League Journeymen with a big thanks to Bet. We are, well, some of us are pumped at what happened on the weekend. One of the greatest grand finals we've ever seen. One of us is a bit flat. He's pushed the boat out a touch, haven't we, old Jezza?
No, I'm fine, man.
Can we go through the weekend that was, Latsy? Talk us through how your long weekend was spent.
It was good. I had the Levels golf day on Thursday, so that was...
So started Thursday?
Thursday, had a good crack. Friday I had about 12 hours sleep. And then went to the races Saturday.
And then slept Monday again. That's good. That's a good couple of days.
No, it was good fun. It was a good couple of days.
What do you remember as a percentage?
Huh?
Like what your memory, how much do you remember?
Oh, most of it.
Well, he didn't remember because I asked him about the races because he saw a mate who sent a video to me. He didn't remember that until he was sort of jogged this morning.
Yeah, sometimes you need things to be brought up again to remember, right? And that was one of them.
Well, good. Sounds like you had a grand final as well.
Had a great time.
Sounds like you had
great
quite
long weekend.
Yeah, mate, it was
I'm getting pains in
outstanding.
my chest at the moment. I don't know if that's healthy, but
Where's your pain?
in there.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the vape you were sucking down for
I don't
36
vape.
hours.
I don't vape, mate.
Well,
Put the video in here,
yeah,
Tom.
we'll put the video up on the potty and
I
we'll,
don't vape.
we don't
Captain
vape.
Vape. Pop
No,
it on. We do have a multi. How did our multi go? Well, Reece Walsh won. We got
Walsh
up.
got the Clive Churchill.
There we go.
What
$6.
a performance.
Well
Well,
done.
we're talking about weekends. I went up to the Koori Knockout, if anyone cares.
No,
but
I do. How was that?
yeah, no, it was good. We had a win the first day. We got into day two, and then we came up against Warside, which is Wiradjuri, and they had Tyrell Sloan, Jesse Ramey, and Brent Naden. A few guys like that, and needless to say, it was a tough outing. So we got a little bit spanked there, but the boys were good. They held their gloves up as best they could, and we had an enjoyable weekend. So it was good.
Sorry, is it you only guaranteed to keep playing if you keep winning?
It's a knock, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so it's
proper
actually-
knockout. Once you lose, you're out.
Oh, wow. So you
So
can
the
just go
for-
there and have one game?
Yeah, so the Fafita boys, they were playing with Griffith three ways. They drew, who did they lose to? Newcastle All Blacks, I think, first game. So that was a pretty strong side with the Fafita boys. They got done 10-6, I think, in the first week. So they were done on the first game. So
Long way to drive to get out
yeah,
first round.
it's a cool concept. Like first time I've ever been up to the Koori Knockout, mate. It's packed, like so many people there. Such a good vibe, and run into a few of the boys.
Yowies ended up winning it.
They won it, yeah. I saw that after.
Where are the
when I got
Yowies from?
back. Newcastle.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so a few good sides. So at least, so I dare say next year it'll be around Newcastle somewhere, because if you win, that's what you get. You
get home
host it.
court advantage.
You host it. So
Very good.
dare say they'll be hosting around Newcastle. So
Very, very good.
Will you be back?
mate, if they asked me to, mate, it was a good weekend. It was cool. I took my youngest one up, Jesse. Mate, he loved it. Had a ball. He asked me, he goes, Dad, are we going to do this? Are you going to do this every year? I said, why? Do you want to? And he goes, yeah.
Did you get the coaching bug back? Did you enjoy it?
It's only basic coaching. Obviously, you're putting sides together. Like we had a weekend away beforehand where we, didn't even get everyone together. But you're just trying to manage it as best you could. But mate, it was an enjoyable weekend. And
Very, very good. My weekend.
We didn't ask.
Well, we
I'm
didn't.
interested, mate.
Thank you, Jimmy.
What'd you get up to?
I went away with the family. Went up to Edelong. Beautiful
Central
part of the
Coast,
world.
yeah.
We've obviously got a new dog, and we took it to the dog beach. So there you go. That's how you live when you're the prof. It's pretty wild. Not quite to the.
Any stories about what
At
went
one
on?
point, the dog did a shit on the beach, and I cleaned it up.
Yeah, right.
I cleaned it up,
So you
as
took-
in I just kicked a bit of
Kicked the
sand on
sand
it.
on it.
Told the kids not to go near it.
So you took the kid, you got two kids?
2 kids to do, yeah, 8-year-old and 4-year-old.
Put them to bed early and no, did you?
Yeah.
Weekend away with the miss, eh?
Yeah, why not, eh?
All three
yeah,
of them went to bed early and Prof was on his own.
Yeah, she doesn't watch this. Yeah, it was pretty raunchy. Good weekend for
Clip
us.
that one up, Kai. Clip that one up.
Yeah, good one. I mean, if Kai ever clipped anything up, good luck with that. All right. Hey, a reminder, you can book us for a live show. Believe it or not, the bookings are still coming in. Are they Christmas bookings that are coming in? I'd love to wear
no.
a Christmas sweater.
What
Well,
about the talk? Wasn't we talking about Christmas parties?
Yeah.
Get us to your Christmas party.
Get Kai to clip up
If you
talking
want-
about Christmas parties.
Especially like we can't go into it now, but if you'd heard what Latsy got up to on the weekend.
Oh, my God. That is a Christmas
he
party.
would be an absolute hoot at your Christmas party.
Yeah, hey,
I am hanging up the boots, I'll be honest, after the weekend.
I know. Let it snow, let it
Going
snow.
back into
let it
5
snow.
o'clock start.
Back into 5 a.m. gym training.
Hey,
everyone who drinks is now disgusting, and how dare they? And
They
because
are.
Latsy doesn't do it this
That's right.
week, so
I love
he's
it,
very
mate.
judgmental when he doesn't want
If
to.
only I had a GoPro on.
At Rugby League Journeymen, that's where you can find us on all your socials. That's where you can book us, DM us, do all that sort of stuff. Get involved. We're at about 9,600 on Instagram. I believe today was the cut-off date. That's why Kai's not here. He is no longer. We don't render his services anymore. Is that correct?
Yep, that's true.
If you would like
you
to
just give him an upgrade. Well done, Kai.
Actually, we had, sorry, cut in again. I had a first on the weekend when I was up the Koori Knockout. Bloke come up to me, he'd travelled a couple of hours to come see me because he heard I was up around Tamworth. I got a few things. Asked me to sign his leg. So I've signed his calf there, and he's gone and got it tattooed. And I think that's a first. I don't think anyone has ever tattooed my signature on himself. So that's...
Tommy, we'll pop a photo in here if we can.
Yeah, he sent me some photos. What a legend.
Was there any...
Mate, I'm quite honoured about that.
Did you have that thought? Because I know you are the ultimate pest of writing a little something, Jimmy Maloney, you're a cockhead, or...
because it was a first, I was actually like, when I had to sign, I was like, hope this is like a good signature. Like, don't stuff it up and make it a bit messy, because then that'll be shit.
Have you ever had anybody...
Absolutely not.
Okay, terrific.
That's awesome.
Yes, so Kai is now fired. If you would like to be our social media person, we run a pretty tight ship based on Kai's performance. You do a social post when you feel like it. You don't run anything past the team.
He's now usually a full-time
I love when you don't turn up, you just get shit canned on this show.
Mate, you got to make sure you turn up. You got to make sure you turn up.
I'd hate to know what you said about me when I went to France.
We absolutely hammered you for 3 weeks. It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did.
For 3 weeks. Jimmy's jokes, we'll be doing a bit of that. Positive place. Plenty of positivities out of that grand final. Toby's what if. Toby has sent one in, I believe. Where is Toby right now?
He is in a similar position to I was yesterday.
Okay.
Fetal position.
Okay, very good. Big ballsy statements from that grand final. And then what do we got? We got a multi. We're just finding out what that multi is on. Might be on the chances of...
We won't get that till Friday. He's not getting back to us.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work something out. We'll go into some horse racing. We might
Yeah, we'll be right. We'll work it out.
prop something up and we'll get it going.
And then a little bit of Clickbait Collectors. Bit of news about, they've announced the Australian squad. We'll take a quick little look at that, but Lord knows there's going to be lots of fun. Hey, gents, let's get into it. Jimmy's jokes. You got one for us, Jimmy? Let's hear it.
I do. My man that got the tattooed me signature told me one for it on the weekend, so I feel like I've got to give it to you. What do you call a piece of crumb chicken that was involved in a drive-by shooting? Snitty, snitty, bang, bang. Tommy likes that at least. And Prof likes it too.
Go.
I enjoyed the energy he told it with.
That's because yours is so low.
Why can't a dinosaur clap their hands? Because they're extinct.
Oh, wow.
Boys, don't pick on me.
What is that? What's the word you're looking for?
Extinct. Yeah, they're not around anymore.
Extinct?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, extinct.
Why did the horse not cross the road? Because he saw what happened to the zebra.
That was all right.
There you go. That's Jimmy's jokes. Send them in. They're getting better and better every single week.
That'll be a good clip when Latsy keeps trying to work out what the wording was. Do you know what it was?
Extinct.
Okay, very
Nice.
positive place. Where does that grand final rank all time? I have to say, it was unbelievable. Like
It's up there.
unbelievable.
It was, what did they say at half time? Because it obviously started with a lot of points. There was a lot of footy being played, both sides. They said at half time it was the most points in the first half. I think in the grand final ever.
Won the
Wow.
second fastest try to start a grand final as well, which when the Broncos ran in and Storm hadn't even had a possession, right?
Well, it was 4-6
37
minutes or something
minutes,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Sold out crowd. Teddy Swims doing a bit of ACDC.
How was he? Was he any good? I didn't see it.
I didn't get to see it either. My son sat and watched it, and he said, "Yeah, it was good, Dad." So
Yeah, so I'd take that.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like it had its twists and turns. Like
The game, 100%.
Like Broncos come out to score like that, and you just thought, oh wow, we weren't really expecting that. But then Melbourne turned it around, and Melbourne with a 10-point lead at half time, and sort of going, geez, if they get in the swing of things, but mate, everything was around Reece Walsh. He was enormous. Like in terms of I was trying to think before, like in terms of like the dominance of his game in a grand final, like say there's a lot of talk about 23 when Nath came back, but that was like a 20-minute window. Yes, it was like he had the sole influence sort of thing, but I mean, nothing happened with Brisbane that Walsh wasn't involved in. Whether it was
the quality of it, like the pass to the right winger, the second try for Mariner, that was unbelievable.
Like he obviously had gone and just went, mate, I'm gonna make this happen. You know what I mean? Because even his try where he was at fullback, identified that quick ruck, and he just come whipping down, just give me the ball, and he just went bang straight in behind the ruck, beat him, palm off Pappenhausen.
Wasn't he the play before that? Wasn't he way down the field on the right-hand side? He started the play to get it down.
On 9, I think they had a clip of him organising because they had a Walsh cam and maybe a Munster cam. And then, then you just see him organise, and then he sees Hetherington get that quick play the ball and just goes.
He goes bang. Yeah, he goes from behind. Like, so obviously he's got good instincts. Like you see him go. But then I think there was another one where he was on the right side and they made meters down that, and then they come back and he's catching it out there, throwing the pass to the try. Like, he was enormous. And then save tries. Pappenhausen off that scrum goes through. The only reason he has to flick back and not run in, like Pappenhausen is quick, The only reason he did was Reece Walsh was over there covering him. The one at the end,
where he picked the
break.
Yeah.
Katoa goes in, and he turns and bang like, geez,
but the Kamitha try where he
that
is
was huge.
Over the line and he's got it in his hands and he's putting it down and Reece Walsh just hit him.
And they were like baseball gloves.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
That's a big catch, isn't it?
Yeah, and just hit him like amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't you think he plays at a different speed to everybody?
Reece Walsh.
Yeah, so you see everybody and then he gets it and it's like double the speed.
Flying.
It's like he's in fast forward.
It is.
And they must have, like, obviously, it's crazy. Like, Madge, there was all that talk about how fit they were and how much, they sort of went through a lull earlier in the season because they were front-loading energy so they could get through the back end of the season. But Bellyache and Madge, Madge spent a lot of time under Bellyache. They're both out of the same school. Like, Melbourne sides are always fit and they looked out on their feet. Like, they just didn't look like, even when they sort of come back and created some opportunities, they just didn't look the same pace as Brisbane trying to create them. I thought there was different times where, like you said, especially Walsh, like he was just moving so much quicker than anyone else.
So with their forward zone, I think looking at that yesterday, he barely used his bench. So Stefano played 56 minutes, Josh King 61, then who's 13? Loureiro 78. So, Tui played 19 minutes, Alec McDonald 13 minutes, and then Lasardi played 23 minutes. So I reckon he cooked his forwards because then they come over.
But you're making decisions based on
what
like if they're 19 minutes and they're behind the pace and they're not keeping up, then you've got to interchange them.
Yeah.
But they did the same thing against the Sharks where they dropped away almost at the same period of the game with that. I mean, sort of 10 minutes into that second half, but the Sharks just couldn't get it done. They were coming over.
To be fair, there was a lot of those. I know, like Hetherington and that, like their bench and that were just
him and Xavier Wilson
they
were great.
Were really good.
Yeah.
The guys that are not high profile, but just toiled away and just got them going. They were really good.
Well, the other one that made a huge impact was Ezra Mam when he came on, and the thing I kept noticing was how he just had Warbrick's number.
Yeah.
Every time Warbrick got
shots,
the ball, he just kept hitting.
You know what he mind? Like he's a bit like a Mulatalo or something. Like real brought on energy because he comes on off the bench as guys are getting fatigued and he's lightning quick as well. Like he's very dangerous, very strong, and just comes on with that. And then gets a few errors and he gets in their face and do all that. So
yeah.
But what about depth when you lose Reynolds you lose Hunt, and you still got Ezra Mam sitting there. Oh, you just go do it.
But
now.
even the end, like you sort of, because I thought for the whole game watching it, I thought Melbourne have got one more try in them. I thought they were just going to come up with one more, and then, Reynolds went off, Ben Hunt went off, and yes, you've got cover, but then once both of them go off, then you're sitting with someone else at 3-man that are going to get asked some questions, and it might just
that was smoothie.
might just be a little bit hard. And as I said, they had some missed opportunities, but, mate, Brisbane just turned up.
Well, and they just had to keep shuffling them. So who was the winger that got taken off for an HI? Was that Mariner or
Karapani?
Karapani. And then all of a sudden, the second row was defending.
And they lost somewhere along the way. There was something over the commentary. They said Brisbane, there was a mix-up and they lost an interchange because they thought someone was a HIA or something that was. I can't remember what, but I remember hearing them saying Brisbane have actually lost an interchange. So,
absolute carnage, but like so good to watch. Just like so entertaining. Like players going off, players going down injured, massive hits. Like the entire game, balls getting spilled. That's the first grand final my son has sat up to watch, and he was just like he was blown away by it.
Very good. Hats off. Well, you said you were very happy for Ben Hunt. You know, to get it, mate. Reynolds was good in what he could do. I thought him calling Billy Walters up was pretty
cool, eh?
Yeah, that was really good of him. Mate, to the victors go the spoils. How good. There were a lot of comments from my comments last week where I thought Melbourne were pretty much as close to good things. Boys, if you're out there and you want to oppose me comments, do it before the game. You don't get any points for coming after the game and go, oh, good one, man. Beat it, dickheads.
There's one gentleman who said you owe him $10,000. So does he just send you his BSB and account number?
He didn't tag me in that. I don't have 10,000, so unlucky son.
Because that's how it works, right?
Gamble responsibly. Hence why you say gamble responsibly.
When a pundit gives a tip, just so I know, if the person then puts a whole stack of money on and they lose it, then the pundit's responsible, right? You then have to pay that person's bill.
He did give a tip. He gave a $6 winner, Reece Walsh.
I'm
joking. Like, fucking hell.
Pick up on the sarcasm.
Yeah, obviously it's a joke. Relax. Are you sweet? Are you okay? I thought I had a big weekend.
Okay? What percentage of your brain shrunk on the weekend?
Oh, so much.
Few controversial decisions. I thought Atkins was good. You didn't notice him.
What do you think about the head higher?
Yeah,
but all right. I thought the decisions were right. I thought a lot of them. It should be like that every week. The only reason people try and say it's controversial is because all year you even graze the head, you touch the head, we go, oh, you're in sin bin. Grand final, we don't, which it shouldn't be. Like even talking about guys falling and dropping their levels. Like if you're going to, with guys, like if you want to crack down on high tackles, so you're telling guys, you can't make contact here, this needs to be your target zone. So when a guy runs into the line and falls at the last split second into that target zone, you can't punish a guy for then making contact with the head. You can go, okay, you made contact, it's a penalty, we're going to move it a penalty, but you can't book guys 10. If that's what you're saying, that we don't want your contact up here, we want you to drop your contact level, then when someone's head drops there in the last minute, we can't then go, you're off, mate, because that's what they've done. So, like, there was a few. There was Walsh early, which was not a big deal. The Aero one, I think, was a bit different.
But he jumped.
And he ran out of the line.
The contact was high up.
I don't think he wrapped his arm either.
Like, he was trying to change. He was trying to force an arrow.
And it went wrong.
You got to have a crack.
But the difference was he was a lock who's reasonably tall. He hadn't dropped his level or anything like that, and it was high force. Like, you know, at the end of the day, the game was over by then anyway. Like, so it's not really but there was a couple. So there was Walsh did that.
Did Ezra Mam do one as well?
Oh, did they say one of them Warwick ones was?
As well.
Yeah. Well, Harry Grant made comment on it in post-match where he said, well, he obviously wasn't happy about the fact that Reece Walsh didn't go. And
of course, because they only played for the next 90 minutes.
Commented that for the rest of the season that would have been a sin bin.
Which it would have, but that's why. But that's the problem. If it could be adjudicated like it was in the grand final the whole time, then that would have been fine. Because even what was the other one on? The Melbourne guy, Jerome Hughes, because that was on was it Piakura or whatever, down the side, and he hit and they penalised. So it's the same thing. Like, it goes each way, but it shouldn't have. Like, the ones that were, I think that's the difference I got to understand. If you're telling guys, if you want to get away from the high shots and the head contact, basically what you're telling guys is this can't be your target zone here. You need to have your target zone down here. So when the blokes change and they hit in the lower target zone, but someone falls into a tackle, you can't be then sending them for 10 and that, because it's not the case. So, mate, I thought the grand final was ref fine.
I did too.
What were your thoughts? Did you see Jordan Ricky's video on Buzz?
What was Buzz?
Don't you think? You know, my problem with that is that I feel like the game of rugby league have allowed these journalists to have too much of an opinion.
What was Buzz? What was
Jordan Ricky was having a go at Buzz.
Send
Give
me
me his
Buzz's
number. I'm
number,
going to
send me
call him.
Buzz.
And then Reece Walsh jumped on. Like, well, these guys are celebrating. Why?
So what?
Why would they give two hoots about Buzz? That's
Yeah,
the
but
problem.
it's still funny. But it's still funny.
It is funny.
But what was it over?
Buzz
What-
must have been bagging
Broncos
and
bagging
Madge.
Madge. Like,
I think the problem is, people get too hung up on journos. Like, journos were guys that were good at English at school.
well, no. Sorry, hang on a second. No.
You weren't even good at English.
No,
were
these
you?
are sports journalists. So they failed athletes. They're guys that wanted to be athletes but couldn't make it. I know, because I studied as a sports journalist, right? I couldn't even make it as a sports journalist. I had to take the piss out of them. So these aren't the decent journalists are foreign correspondents.
Like, guys get too caught up on opinions that don't matter. And I think that's the biggest thing for young footballers coming through in the whole thing, where there's so much spotlight, and, mate, you've just got to understand the opinions that matter and the opinions that don't.
I do have to say, I don't.
Sorry, you shared a good one on that last week. Was it Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, I was just a guy, I come up and I shared it. I said this 100%. It was basically, don't care about an opinion of someone you wouldn't ask advice from. And I was like, that's 100%. So,
Is there another code in the world?
Could you imagine Buzz going in and talking to the Broncos boys saying, we're going to get after it today?
But is there another code in the world where journalists are given such a voice?
No.
No
I
code.
don't know. Mate, I'm sure NFL, I'm sure all
Stephen
of them.
Smith,
That one bloke.
Mate, but I'm
NRL
sure-
has 15 blokes that all get a voice.
But I'm sure everyone, like, the bigger the event, like, I'm sure Premier League soccer and all that, I'm sure there's people that write good, bad, indifferent. Like, that's what they do. Like,
Yeah, but you watch their shows, their pundits are ex-players.
yeah.
So you watch the shows, the NRL shows, the first two people sitting there are journalists.
Yeah.
Why?
That's fair.
We told you that's what are you watching? 360. It's a shit show. We told you that.
It's not just 360, mate.
Shit.
No, I think that's it.
Who else other than that?
100% footy. You got Chamis sitting there the whole time?
Yeah, but
That's
then,
him.
then,
One.
but
You've
then
got
you got
Gal. You've got Gal. You've
Yeah,
got
hang on, but he's still
Smith.
sitting there. There's a journalist who's got the same voice.
But he comes-
James Bracey
he comes
isn't a
on
player.
every-
Well, he's the host,
He just hosts.
and he's very good at it.
Mate, Jamos just comes on and
You're a
did some
brown noser.
pieces, I think.
Lives around the corner.
Anyway, don't worry, mate. Stop watching NRL 360.
Oh, hang on. I'm
He's
back.
show.
He just got this thing for Buzz.
No. I actually like Buzz.
Why'd you wink at me?
What?
Why'd you wink at me?
Because I find him attractive. Hey, I was backing you blokes up. All right? It's the journalists that are ruining your sport.
My spot.
Yeah, mate, I'm all into tennis. All right, hey, very good.
Can't wait
That
for
was
the
a
guys
positive
open.
place. We got a bit negative there. Well done. I'm going to say 3 grand finals in a row. Just absolutely epic. At a time when the AFL grand finals are blowouts. You know the
And
result
what
by
about
halftime.
Brisbane
Well, no.
winning everything?
Yeah, I know.
Queensland won the AFL, won the women's, won the men's, won State of Origin.
State of Origin.
Fuck you, Queensland. Fuck you.
The jockey who rode the Melbourne Cup last year, he was the Queenslander.
Last year,
Yeah.
we're talking about winning everything this
But that's
year.
the most
Can we
recent one.
break it down, though? Can we break it down, though? So, coach of the Broncos is
He's a
from
New South Wales man.
captain of the Broncos.
New South Wales.
Best player other than Reece Walsh.
New South
There
Wales.
you go. Yeah.
So basically,
Go New South Wales.
Queensland are taking New South Welshmen up to Queensland to make Queensland good. Is that what we've come up with?
Yes.
Yes. Stop poaching our players, Queensland.
That's exactly what it is. Toby's what if? What if Canberra beat the Broncos? How do the finals turn out? Would the Raiders have got it done against the Storm?
No.
No. Storm to get in, if you think about it, they played a pretty broken Bulldogs side
Yeah.
and then the Sharks.
Yeah, I
Whereas
think
the Raiders were very good all year.
yeah, till the end of it because they went straight out, didn't they?
Yeah.
Straight sets.
Yep.
So there's no point being good all year if you're going to be shit in the semis.
Well,
And to be
were they
fair,
shit against the
I
Broncos?
don't know. I was overseas and watching
mate, that
footy,
game
so-
was the best game.
That was a cracker. eh?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. No, I don't know, but obviously regardless, because what was it, Ethan Strange, they said missed
Virus.
the thing, which
Miley
is
Cyrus.
obviously throw you out because he's been awesome.
Yeah,
for
he's
him.
unbelievable.
So I still don't think
that's
Brisbane win. I don't think the end result changes. Whether Canberra gets there, I don't know. I'd probably still say Melbourne would have got there.
All comes back to the footy gods. You know, they had this script written a long time ago. Reece
they?
Walsh and Ben Hunt. Yep.
There's
Ben
so
Hunt.
many stories out of that.
It's the best, eh?
Mate, there's Madge who got fired from the Tigers. There's Ben
Been getting
Hunt,
hammered all year.
Getting
Took
hammered
them
all
on a boat
year.
cruise.
Yeah, took him to a camp they didn't need at the start of the year.
Yeah.
The what was it? The army camp.
Yeah.
Then you got all those guys that.
Who said they didn't need
Yeah, I
an
think
army
they
camp?
needed that.
No.
Are you
There
making
was
that up?
Yeah,
but there was
but-
journos that came out and said
I'm
he's
sure
too
there's-
he's
Oh
too
my God,
hard
you're back on
line.
the journos.
Yeah.
Am I
No,
against
but-
him or are you? I'm so confused.
Nah, but that would, yeah. Well, that was always, it'd be interesting. Do you know what, actually? We should see if we can get Madge on the potty. Because, do you know what would be interesting? Like, talking about, so when he left South, obviously he had the, broke the drought at South and did all that. And Madge is notoriously very hard and trains very hard in that, which is out of the Melbourne thing. So's Melbourne. At the end of the day, it's a bit of a tried and tested sort of
Motto.
isn't it? Like, you just can't win games without training hard and doing all that. But that was the thing about Madge getting in. It would be interesting to find out his take on, because at Souths and coming from under Bellyache and that, they played a very structured brand of footy. You know, obviously the Broncos are a lot more. There's so much skill and flair in that side. It'd be interesting to find how he balanced or how he changed, you know, in terms of his coaching and stuff like that. Because I feel like maybe like at the start, having a Reece Walsh who, you know, at time he could be awesome, but then could make some real bad errors in bad parts of the field and that.
Remember there was one of them
To
games
him-
in Queensland early in the year and they were just peppering. He had an absolute Barney. He just made all these negative plays and then now we're sitting here talking about one of the best grand final performances ever.
Well, I was
But
listening to-
he's always been like that. Like,
Yeah.
and that part of his brilliance was, and his danger was the fact that he would back himself in parts of the thing where no one else would. So he keeps you on your toes all the time because there's never a point they're going, you know what, he won't have a crack here. He will. And I thought everyone has always said about his development, once he just gets his understanding of not this time, you know, I just need to pull it back here and that, he'll be brilliant. Like,
Well, I heard Riccio this morning, I think on Triple M, and he was saying that the story is that a couple of the senior players went to Madge mid-season. Did you
I
hear
heard that
this?
yesterday.
And-
Reno and Honey grabbed him, and then he had
Told
a
him to
guy
dial
work
it
with
back
him.
a touch.
But then he had a guy work with him, a guy who was a crisis management expert.
who's this? Yeah, well, that's what I would be interested to hear, just because from Madge, very structured, very, dialed in and, and tried and tested forms and that. And you just sort of said when he went up there, it was a bit, from an outside looking in, you obviously don't know what's going on inside, but you're sort of going, this could either, he'll be like, this is how we're doing it, this is how we do it, and there could be a bit of tension, a bit of backlash, or they sort of buy
Well, I
in,
think they
but-
found a happy. I heard his dog's not, doing what he
No,
asks
he's walking
now
more
as well.
casually now. He's more
the
walking
dog's
like
just a
Snoop.
bit chill.
Well, you know what? After you get Luai and Cleary on, why don't he can get Madge on for
That'd be
us.
good. Yeah, grab Madge. That'd be great.
Do you want Cleary? He's done every other podcast. What are you going to talk to him about?
Huh?
Have you got something different to talk to him about?
Actually, I do.
What do you got?
Huh? I want to talk about Mary.
What about Gordy's comments that Kevy deserves some praise and that he's a part
he?
of this? He did say this, and he said that that side on the day that Kevy could have got it done as well. He would have won the grand final. Does Kevin Walters, because he was a big part of assembling that roster. Does Kevy deserve some of the praise?
Yeah, I think, mate, 2 years ago he got him there and they were within a couple of minutes of doing the same thing. Mate, I don't know. Look, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, that everything was done in 12 months with Madge. Obviously, getting people there and assembling the roster is important. I don't know, with the Broncos, how much that comes down to the actual first grade coach, how much it comes down to the recruitment. I know if you're the Broncos, you're never short of looking for players. Every kid in Queensland wants to be a Bronco and stuff like that. But, mate, I'm sure if you asked any of the players, you talk about players developing and getting to a point, guys that have been coaches beforehand have an influence on how you develop to the player you are. So at some point, there's a amount of credit that goes to the people before always. But
Your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know.
Mate, if you just want to curl up on the rug here and have a mate, you can, and Jimmy and I
he just
can
wants
just keep
another
talking.
vape and another.
Do you want a little rug? I can get you a little rug.
I agree.
Do you want a little
I was
blankie?
looking at that pillow there before going, God, that'd be nice.
Yeah, no, thanks for showing up today.
This is what happened. This is why you don't just go on long weekends and just carry on like a goose all weekend, because this is the downfall. When
I've been offering plenty. I was listening to Jimmy.
For every high, there comes a low, and now that's where Latsy is now.
I'm
This
good,
is
baby.
great. Actually, this is a good community announcement. Kids, don't do benders or you'll turn into this.
Classic.
I just need a bit of energy. Hey, we just
Come on, mate, lift.
There's
Come on.
like there's a real negative vibe.
There is.
coming
Give me,
from you.
this is your time to shine. Give
What
me
do
a
you got?
big ballsy statement out of that grand final. Look, cast forward. What's going to happen now?
The Broncos
Yes.
will win another premiership in the next 2 years.
That's not
ballsy.
ballsy.
Don't you reckon? No? Why?
No, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying it's not ballsy. It's just saying they got a side that's not going to really change. They've just won one there to say, and you didn't even say next year. You said the next 2
Okay.
years.
Here we go.
Adam Reynolds and Ben Hunt will retire after that grand final.
Well, didn't Reynolds said he's going to run it back next year?
Can't wait to do it again next
Yeah,
year.
no, that's his ballsy statement.
Yeah, that is
I
pretty
can't
ballsy.
win no matter what I say. I go like a way where I'm saying Broncos are going to win another premiership, and then I go on the limb. Oh, no, he's already
No,
said
maybe
that.
Hunt. You might be right about Hunt, but
Yeah.
like Reynolds literally said, can't wait to run it
Yeah,
back
but then
next
after
year.
drinking for 3 days, and then he wakes up and goes, you know what?
Oh, because talking from experience, Latsy, he'll wake up looking like Latsy now and go, oh,
I still look
wanna-"
pretty mad, but anyway. It's just inside the
Okay,
head.
good. So
that's
your
not-
big ballsy statement is those boys are
Reno and
retiring.
Honey
Have you
done.
got one here, Jimmy?
All right, next year, the same side, Penrith, Melbourne, and Brisbane will all be in the top 4, and there'll be one more.
Wow.
They'll be the 3.
Raiders?
That's so ballsy.
No,
Dragons.
actually,
ballsy.
no, because I reckon Fogarty losing him will have a bit more of an effect than everyone else. Anyone else retiring? Any of their middles?
Is Papa Lee
He's
going
going
around
again.
again?
Papa's
He's going
going
again.
again.
Jeez,
He's going
good.
again. He just keeps going. How
I
old's
know.
Big Papa?
I think he's
34.
35.
Holy,
yeah.
called him back for Queensland this
I
year.
know, mate,
They
he's
just-
too good.
The big
I
unit.
got in the Australian team yesterday.
Did he?
No.
We'll go through that in a second. Can
Samoa,
I do
he'd
my
be
big
Samoa,
ballsy
though.
statement?
He'd be Samoa.
Panthers next year, minor
Win.
premiers, grand final, easy.
You reckon? Yeah, that's not a bad,
mate, they will
bad
just
throw out.
they'll see this as a wasted season, and they'll be sitting back, like just going, I can't believe we weren't there on that Sunday, and they will just.
And I think the reaction from them, which is quite amazing, like when they've just had 4 in a row, but when they got knocked out last week, there was a bit of reaction there that was like it'll burn them. Which is,
yeah.
for all the success they've gone, and which is obviously amazing for how they've done what they've done, but. Yeah, I think they're the same. They've had some young guys that will develop. You heard Madge talk about them only being the start. This would be the interesting thing. So when you talk about Madge come to Souths, and this we talk about how he's changed and how things have differed, because everyone at Souths and people have said, like, he was awesome at the start, whipped them all in, but then it sort of become flogging a dead horse. And they guys were just
You lose a change room, right?
couldn't keep going with the intensity and all that. So that would be the challenge there, and whether he's adapted, whether he's learned or whether he's changed things, because they can either go. Brisbane are always going to have these superstar players. As I said, they've got a massive pool. They've always got talented roster, but. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go. But I reckon he might have changed and adjusted from that by the sounds of things.
From all the chat that I was seeing yesterday is this. So apparently he was happy for this crisis management dude to come in, and he worked with him to be able to work with the squad better. So obviously a part of that will be that training regime going forward, because it did bring an end to obviously the Rabbitohs, and he was an intense guy back then, but he does have this unbelievable squad there that there are more premierships to be won. But you still need to keep him in check. Obviously,
I didn't know too. Troy Thompson, Tomo was there. Tomo was there in Melbourne. He went to South with Madge, and he does the Aussies and all that. He's up there, so I think he must be. Tomo's pretty good, and across all that, I think the difference is understanding of players. Because if you get like a young side that are all fit, and you need to train them hard. They need to learn that mental resilience by pushing them through. But then you get to guys that are older that are on back end, which Brisbane don't really have. I think when at South you had like some older guys like Sammy Burgess, again, old Johnny Sutton, like guys that have been there and done it, where you've got to have an understanding of, look, I can't keep flogging these guys.
Yeah.
They know, and once they've played a bit and they understand, you don't need to flog crap out of them. They'll just turn up and give you what you need each week. But I don't think young kids can until they've learnt that. So, yeah.
He'd be adapting. He'd be changing.
Everyone's got to.
Yeah.
Adapt or die. That's
right.
That's the motto. Lads would know that with business, eh? You're the businessman.
got them all for it, yeah.
Yep, good.
Chat.
So good to have him. Absolutely firing today. Oh, Latsy. It's 2.5 men today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's fair.
Mate, all right, let's have a little look at a couple other little, let's call it Clickbait Collectors. Stefano coming out and saying...
Don't let him talk to the media.
No,
before
and then obviously,
games.
and you saw Reece Walsh when the whole throng was in there, and he said, what did he say?
We're going to fuck up.
Stefano's
stuck.
Wear up.
And wear up.
Wear up.
So he adapted it.
But the same thing, Origin, and then that, like, you just got to keep him out of the media.
It's so un-Melbourne as well, right? I mean, you played down there. What would Bellyache's reaction be to that?
I remember when it said that, I saw that article or something on the news. I think I saw him make those comments, and then there was something saying where they'd obviously spoke to the club and they said Melbourne were unaware he'd made those and were looking because they didn't want to give him any motivation and
far out
and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think the thing with Bellyache and Melbourne over so long, they just go about their business. They don't need to shit can people and do that. They just go in and go, look, we'll worry about ourselves. We'll do that. So
silly.
I reckon he might have got a little serve off old Billy.
Yeah,
I reckon.
And actually, what about my DCE one I leaked last week before it would come out in the media?
That there's not going to be a contract for the Roosters?
No, he's meeting with the Sharks and...
Oh, so is that actually going to happen?
Confirmed.
He's playing for the Sharks now?
No, not confirmed to play, but he was down there meeting them.
Okay.
Moving to the Shire.
Good on him.
That could be the fourth team in the top four. You couldn't put your fourth team.
So then what were you saying? You said Will Kennedy's gone?
Yeah, it looks like he's gone, yeah.
Where's he going? Is that he's been good for Cronulla.
Well, there's a lot of chat around him in Rugby 360.
Yeah, no, there was an article, didn't we talk about that?
Saying that he's not going?
Yeah, they're not interested in Will, which is ruthless.
Funny the players they're going after. Like,
what do you mean ruthless? Well, are they set up a new competition?
It has
and
all
they're obliged to take everyone.
No. It was more the how the press thing was written, because it was saying, interested in this player, interested in this player, interested in this player, and they go, oh, Will Kennedy asked, but we said no. So it was how the Journo had written it.
Oh, yeah.
So where's Will going to go? He's
not too sure.
Good
It's
player.
late in the year. Like it's...
Is he off contract? No.
Yeah, he's off contract.
Have they got another fullback coming through, the Sharks?
I don't know if Cade Dykes is still
So
there.
he's
but
off at the end of this year?
Yep.
They
got another guy, Liam Ison. He did his ACL.
I find that amazing that he's got to a point.
I know they finished. They were one game away from the grand final.
But even if like that, he's let it get to that point. Like if he was playing good footy, going there. Like if Cronulla was sort of, I don't know what's been happening, but I find that weird to let, especially when you're talking about financial security.
Maybe he's not happy.
He's got a family in that, Will, and that.
I think he does have a kid now.
Yeah,
fullbacks there is a plethora of them out there, eh?
So where? What is it?
Plentiful. There's plenty of
Were you
them
trying
out
to say
there.
a plethora?
Plethora.
A plethora. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Plethora.
Just say a lot.
A lot, yeah.
It's
No,
better.
no. I should pick a fight there.
Okay, who? How many? But still, he's in the top half, isn't he?
I feel like fullbacks in the Shire, they're a bit extinct. Get those confused.
I'm rubbing off on you.
Like you're rubbing off on that chick on the weekend, right? You put a photo in here, Tommy.
Don't know what you're talking about, mate.
All right, so
Still got
look,
patch rash on you.
can we just say this? In terms of celebrations, they look like they were having a good time, the old Bronx.
Oh, 100%.
What has anyone won a grand final and not had a good time?
I don't know. You tell. Well, what's it like? Are you?
Yeah, well, of course.
How long are you celebrating for before you start? Because wasn't that the old Michael Jordan thing, or maybe it was Kobe Bryant that he could only celebrate for 50? No, it was Johnny Wilkinson.
What?
Johnny Wilkinson would win a World Cup, would win a tournament. You know, the European champions, and it was 15 minutes he could enjoy it for, and then he would start thinking about the next season.
Really?
Well,
And he'd sit in the
he
corner.
needs to cool it.
Well,
Just relax, mate.
so I'm asking you, is that
Jimmy's
what
still
you did?
celebrating.
You're still celebrating 2016.
Nah, mate, you normally Sunday night, normally Tuesday morning, I was sort of done. And
But would they
my
get
mum
back
was going
on?
off.
Would they then wake up today and go, let's go again, boys? Or-
Guys would. After 13, we got back Tuesday morning, then the text went out, righto, we're going again. Unfortunately, my beautiful
Wedding.
wife had booked the wedding the following week, so she went, you are not. And I was like, I'll see you on Saturday at the wedding, guys.
How close were you to calling off the wedding?
Hey, nah, never. Best thing that ever happened to me, that
mate.
girl.
All right, let's ask this. 2013, which rooster went the hardest? Who went the longest? Who was best on ground for celebrations?
Went the longest. I think everyone was similar. But as I said, I don't think anyone would have went past the Tuesday morning before we knocked it. So you've done Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday morning. At some point Tuesday morning, it sort of
Because you have
dies
commitments on
down.
the Monday as well, yeah? Like you would have had to go do...
Oh, you go to the
Fan
stadium?
day, yeah, but we went straight from a club in town, walked out of there at 9:30 or whatever. I think we had fan day at 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
So it was straight from there. Fan day, boys was there, and then it was whip around for an hour and then straight back to the pub. So that wasn't too bad. Do that, and then it was on again. But then the boys went out again for another couple of days later. And
2016, any standout best on grounds for celebration there?
Damien Keogh.
yeah, it was good actually. Yeah, the man.
3-0 Keogh, eh?
Benny Barber was pretty good.
I can imagine. Those two as a little duo would be pretty amazing, wouldn't they?
And
That
Jimmy
man-
Maloney. That's so good.
So we're at Tuesday morning now. Broncos would be on that edge going, do we go again?
I reckon
Yeah,
they're waking up and going again for sure.
Yeah,
There's
but
a few loose
they'd
units
have
in
to have
that
a
team.
kip. I reckon it gets hard to go.
Yeah, I think at
past
some
the
point-
Tuesday without, like, you can go home, have a kip, get back up, off we go again.
So
But
your 3 days that you just did without sleep, just
No, I had
now.
sleep.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
we do.
Very good. Hey, let's look at these international
just
squads. I'm going to start with the Aussies team. Would you like me to run through it? Because I'm assuming none of you have heard of it.
I didn't know it got picked.
The squad listed alphabetically. Blake, let me just double check this isn't the Prime Minister's 13. The Australian Rugby League Commissioners today confirmed the 24-player squad to represent the Kangaroos for the 2025 Ashes Tour. Blake Brayley, Patrick Carrigan, Nathan Cleary, Xavier Coates, Lindsay Collins, Ruben Cotter, Angus Crichton, Tom Dearden, Dylan Edwards, Tino Fa'asua Malawi, Harry Grant, Keon Kolamatangi, Zach Lomax, Mitchell Moses, Cameron Munster, Mark Nwanganitawasi, Jacob Preston, Guillemont Shibasaki, Lindsay Smith, Katoni Staggs, Ethan Strange, Reece Walsh, Isaiah Yeo, Hudson Young.
What about Shibasaki? He didn't even have a contract
It's
at the
hard
end
to
of the start of the
follow.
year.
But what did I say?
Did I go too quick?
Blake Brayley.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's obviously he's
7
he the
debutants.
Ethan Strange, Preston, a couple of guys.
Yeah.
There. What about the talk? Has there been any talk, or did I just have something? Angus Crichton might not be at the Chooks next year.
Oh, really?
Is he contracted?
Don't know, but apparently
He would be.
What's he going to
I
do?
don't know where I heard
What
or that
sports?
was spoken on the weekend or something. I don't know if it's read anywhere, but there was someone. I don't know where it popped up, but yeah, keep an eye on this. Maybe Jimmy knows.
Did you play
what's
with
going
Crichton?
on.
No, he doesn't go back that far, does he?
Origin
did? Well,
Yeah.
just text him. Say where are you playing next year, mate?
Hey, mate.
I did hear he was looking at property in the
He said he
Illawarra.
cut off a finger to stay,
Did he?
apparently.
And he's
A second
Dragons
one.
next
And then
year.
he's looking at property in Illawarra. That's weird.
Let me do the Kiwis for you. Nelson Asofa Solomona, Dylan Brown, Aaron Clark, Phoenix Crossland, James Fisher Harris, Kieran Foran, Jermaine Asako, Keanu Keeney, Sebastian. Yeah, he must be. He retired from NRL though, right? This
Yeah.
must be his swan song. Sebastian Chris, Moses Leota, Jeremy Marshall King, Casey McLean, Ronaldo Mulatalo, Ronnie Zet, Chance, Nickel Clockstad, Britton Nakora, Isaiah Papalihi, Scott Sorensen, Joseph Tarpany, Matthew Tomoko, Noah Fuu White. Apologies for the pronunciation
Oh,
there.
that's the Roosters lad, yeah.
Xavier Willison.
Oh, yeah, the big guy from the Bronx.
Yeah, not bad.
Who are they playing against?
So they're obviously in the Pacific tournament, which is Samoa and Tonga.
oh, right.
So we've got the Tongan squatters here. I don't have the Samoan. I apologise. Let's do that real quick. Let's have a little look here. You've got, this is a good team. Paul Alamotti. I regret this straight away. Aiden Fanua Blake, Moeki Fadaweka, Leka Halasima, Silva
a good
Havili,
team.
Lehigh Hopewadi. There's the three Katoas, Kafusi, Kaloa, Iongi, Luke, Penasini, Taumalalu, Lo, Toa.
Mate, you're really messing
Who's
this
the
up.
three Katoas?
There's only
the half
Isaiah.
from Dolphins,
Isaiah.
the
Isaiah Sione and
the winger from Cronulla, and the
Elissa.
back rower from...
Oh, Ellie.
Yeah. Ella Katoa. Then there's Utoika Manu. He's already said apparently the Kiwis are stuck up, which is interesting. He jumped out in front of it. Vaimunga and Wong.
They,
Again, apologies for the
are
pronunciation.
those... is there any relation, like family relationship in any way between the three Katoas?
I'm
or
not
no?
sure. Let's. While you're going to chat
you
between
know-
Or is
Isaiah-
Katoa just
Isaiah-
like a real popular Tonga name?
Remember Sione Katoa from Penrith? He's Isaiah's brother.
Yeah, I know that, but
He
that's
did.
not any of those two.
Oh.
no, Sione.
Sione
Sione and Isaiah are
yeah,
brothers.
but that's not the Sione Katoa that plays on the wing. It's the hooker.
He was a hooker.
I hope people have stopped listening to this podcast. We are showing a genuine lack of knowledge.
No, I was just curious because I didn't know. Nath Cleary was telling me that one day that Sione Katoa, the 9 that used to play with us at Penrith, that Isaiah Katoa is his younger brother.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, there's another Sione Katoa, the winger for Sharks,
The Tongan fisherman.
but there's no so there's no link there.
Well, the good-
Katoa just must be a real popular
It might
Tongan
be.
name. That's what I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'd say
That's
so.
a big ballsy statement for the
Love it.
podcast.
So we will be on air for the entire international span. I think it's another 3 or 4 weeks that we're doing, thanks to Better. Mate, we're going all right through to the middle or the end of November, and you will have a multi this week, but what we'll do is we'll film it and we'll put it up on our socials rather
We
than
will.
putting it in the show.
We'll have a chat with Better. We'll see what we can do. They might be able to boost the runners' prices or something like that. We'll look into it. As I said, there might be a badminton match. We might be get some inflated odds on the badminton.
Perfect.
We don't know.
That would be great. Everybody loves badminton. Gentlemen, that is the end of the
What is
NRL.
it? Paddle.
Paddle's
Paddle.
big. Yeah, they love paddle.
Maybe there's the paddle.
You guys could start a little paddle doubles. I was going to say duet, but this is what the old retired athletes are doing. I think Pat Rafter represents Australia now.
Really?
Paddle.
Might be paddle, or what's the other one that's like paddle?
Squash.
Squash. Yeah, you guys could old busted athletes. That's what they're doing. Hey, it's the end of the regular
Sad.
NRL season.
It's sad.
It's really sad.
You reckon?
Yeah.
It's been a long year.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed this. This is a lot of fun.
It has. It has been fun.
It's been good.
Did you have one particular moment that you really enjoyed? Not necessarily on the podcast, but just
when
in the
Jimmy
rugby
was
league
overseas,
season.
I love that. When Jimmy was out for 5 weeks, I really had
I
a good
love
time.
being overseas too, so we're both on the same boat.
Hey, I'm thinking,
Very good, guys.
I love Latsy coming in feeling like this because he's so judgmental.
I know.
You know, if Latsy's on his little fitness regime, I get up at 5
I don't
o'clock.
judge whatsoever, Jimmy.
I go to the gym. Oh, my God, you got on the beers on the weekend. Oh, that's so gross, man. I'm fitness. Win the morning, win the day. He's a fuckwit.
Mate, that is absolute
So it's
BS.
so nice.
I cannot cop this.
Latsy's fun for 2 weeks of the year, and he's an absolute nerd for the other 50. But it's so good to have him like this. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, mate.
I had a great time.
Good on you.
I had the best time ever. I honestly keep smiling when I look back on my weekend.
That's fantastic. Now, we've also given away this lunch. Have we picked a date for this gentleman and his friend to
Don't
join
ask
us?
me this today, bro.
Okay, we'll work out a date for you.
We'll sort it, and
I'm not
let's
going to
do a real push. We want Christmas parties. Get us to your Christmas party.
why don't you do that? Do a thing and get Kai to clip it up.
To the what and the
Well,
what?
I don't know. We've got to find out who our new social guy is.
I don't know.
I'll get him or her to
That's
cut it
and
up.
do that and get Kai to clip it up. What are we clipping up?
Can I say my
If you want
highlight?
us three at your Christmas party, book within.
Guys, it's been absolute. I know it's not finished yet, but the season's been a pleasure with you two. I still haven't worked out if you're mates or not. I don't know whether I ever will. I think you genuinely hate each other, but it's beautiful. It's like a marriage that just needs to end, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, you got that mate that's got a bit of a.
I don't emotional.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate.
Number two, marry Yanni.
Sorry about that. That was the show. We are at Rugby League Journeymen. Follow us everywhere. All that's left to do. Over to you, Ball Rat.
Hello! Thank you for watching the Journeyman. This guy, lots of journeys. This guy, very good at journeys. This guy, professor, he is great. Join it again. Subscribe, like the video. High five.
What a great video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. There is a like button down here. There's a subscribe button down here somewhere. Also, I think you can click down here and you can watch more videos of us. If you didn't like it, you can go f yourself.